Welcome to our quick video on how to easily mass update your general ledger mapping to the Spectrum cash flow statement. In previous videos, the first one we did an introduction of the OnPoint Spectrum cash flow statement. On the second video, we did a one-time configuration so that when you do a mass update, the Spectrum data exchange templates, they know how to map over to a user-defined field that you created. A quick review here to center us, so to speak, is if we pop over to General Ledger, what we have to do within your accounts, and I'll just pick 1200 for instance, we've got to put a value in the cash flow field, which is a user-defined field. What that value will do, and this is where it all ties together, is it's going to tell that account which row to print on in your Spectrum, in your OnPoint Spectrum cash flow statement. The way that it does that is there are some hidden tags here in column A. If I change that color, you can see we've got them, they're basically colored white. And so what we want to do is put a 110 in that user-defined field on accounts receivable. For any other current assets, we want to put a 120. For other current liabilities, for those accounts, we'll put a 145 in those user-defined fields. And all that does is it maps the account or the accounts to this row so they know which row to summarize and print on. That's the only reason we're doing this. You can make this any value that you want it to be. I put the 1 series here, and I chose to put the 2 series in investing and then the 3 series here in financing. You might have an abbreviation with a row number. It's totally up to you. Just that value has to be in that user-defined field on the GL accounts that relate to that specific row. Okay, so to do that, then to update Spectrum, let me get out of, make sure that I am out of the master file, so we don't have any record locking going on. And I've got a template set up here with all my GL accounts and the specific value I want for that user-defined field. Okay, this is the mapping. So now that it's set up, I simply go to Spectrum and I hit sync. And that update is done. You can see all of the rows of information are hidden, meaning they all successfully synced in. I can hit show all and see them, and hit show all and compress them again, or collapse them rather. But I've successfully updated my custom fields. So now if I go into General Ledger Maintenance Master File, in fact, we'll look at all of them, not just accounts receivable. I'll hit go, and over here under User Defined 2, User Defined my cash flow, you can see all the values that populated, including accounts receivable that was blank before. All right, so now when we go over to the cash flow, it's ready to go now. When we hit data and update, it's going to know exactly how to map over from our GL accounts into this statement. Very, very important. If our cash flow did not balance, let's just be really mean, and don't do this at home, but let's be really mean and take out the mapping to property and equipment. And then if I were to refresh all, there is no mapping now, and it doesn't include that. I'll get a warning now. My cash flow report does not balance by that dollar amount. And then the thing to do would make sure that everything's mapped. All right. Typically, the problem might be that one of the GL accounts didn't have a mapping. You wouldn't have changed this. But point is, if it doesn't balance, you're going to get a warning, and then you'll know how to go troubleshoot it. Look at your mapping of your GL custom fields, user-defined fields, to these values that we have that you've placed in the cash flow statement. And just to prove that out, I'll hit refresh all, and then life is good. My warning went away. There you have it. Please, if you need any help, don't hesitate to contact us at clientcare@onpoint-software.com. Thank you.